How's it going, everyone? I'm David Hoffman with Behind the Catch Fence. We're here in Bristol, Tennessee for the Thunder Valley Nationals. Alongside me, Ida Zetterström from JCM Racing. Ida, first off, appreciate you taking the time. And obviously last week you guys kind of had the surprise of being able to head out, add another race to your resume without Epping, end up getting a round win out of it, qualified top half of the field. And for those types of races where it's maybe not as expected, how much of a catalyst is it for you to be able to use that as like a springboard going forward?
No, I mean, it meant a lot for us to be able to add Epping. When we came into Charlotte, we had made quite big changes to our car and to our program, and it instantly showed in a good way where we could see that the performance were picking up and we felt confident about the way the car was running. But it's easy to say after one race that, hey, we found something. So we really wanted to come out here and show that we were, in the position that we felt that we were, and kind of prove that there was more to kind of pick up on our program. And I feel like that's exactly what we did coming into Epping. Like you said, we qualified top half, which is always, a goal of ours when we come out here. I got a round win on the first one. We had a really tight race on the second one. Obviously, Doug Kalita running in the 60s is hard for us, but we were running well, had a cylinder out, still run a 72, which was still personal best for us. And we still feel like there's obviously more in this program we can get out of it, but it's moving in such a good direction for us, and this is exactly what we've been looking for, and it's honestly the best race car we've ever had since we started. So that meant a lot for us, and obviously it's a big mental thing for the team too, when you can come out and you can go around, so you have a consistent race car going down track. So that's fantastic. I mean, we had always planned to come here to Bristol. It's also kind of a home race for my team, since our team owner, they're based in Tennessee, in Clarksville, so this is a fantastic place to be, but it feels even sweeter when we have that Epping race in our back coming in, and we don't have to start looking for that momentum.
And you mentioned with going from trying to find a consistent run and finding that baseline and you see all the time, especially in Nitro, where as soon as a team gets it, it's hard for them to come back down, and then maybe it will sway in another direction to somebody else. How hard is that to find a great balance in your race car and to be able to have it to where it can be sustained success?
It is hard, and I mean that also, it's something that's great to talk about, and I feel like that's one thing with my team that I am so fortunate with. The way that John Schaefer runs this team and these guys, we've been looking for that consistency to run quick and be able to run quick in any conditions. We do see teams sometimes can be really quick when there's tricky conditions or when it's really cold or whatever it might be, but we don't want to be one of those teams that can only be good out here in certain conditions. We want to be good out here all the time, and to be able to win races out here, you need to go down track. Obviously, we want to be even quicker and faster than we are right now, and we're working on that, and I feel like that is where we're going to go. But being consistent and going down track is one of the most important things, and not just for the performance on track during race day, but also for us as a team and me as a driver. The more you actually go down track on full passes, the more you learn, the more you gain that experience, and especially being a part-time team, that is exactly what we need when we get out here. So I feel like it's a way that the way that this team is run, where we're trying to not hurt a lot of parts, have a kind of a safe program that still takes us into race day in a top half qualifying position and be able to run with the best of the best. That is what we've been kind of striving for, and I think that's exactly what we're seeing right now. We just want to keep tweaking it, where we can also dip into the 3.6s and be really confident out here.
And coming into Bristol, first time actually racing here. You were here a couple months ago, I think it was for the Bristol Cup race. What is it about this place that you obviously haven't had a chance to run on the track, but what is it that kind of makes it stick apart from other tracks you've been to?
I feel like it's the atmosphere. Like, obviously the layout of the track being in the middle of the mountains, the sound is so much louder, and you kind of feel it rumble in another way than you do on a certain other track. The fans over here is also fantastic. When I came in this morning, I hadn't even been able to put my backpack down. We still had a line of people who just wanted to come say hi, wanted something signed, and that means a lot as a driver to see that support out here. So that is some of the things, but also just how this track feels. It's beautiful. Like when you are lining up, when you're going in, obviously I haven't raced here yet, but I was here with my team last year, and I was here kind of taking a look at the track and the new things that they have been working on when I was here for the Cup race. When you kind kind of pull into the arena, that's how it feels. It feels like coming into an arena, and it's like a vibration in the air, and that makes you kind of very excited to run here. I feel like it's been a bucket list race for me for many years, so I'm really happy that we were able to add it this year. And then for it to be kind of a home race for my team makes it even sweeter, because you can feel that from everybody that's here. We got a lot of guests from JCM here this weekend, and it kind of just ups that feeling.
Final couple questions. When obviously the last time we talked was in Gainesville, and we mentioned about having sponsorship and having that backing. What do you have any type of update? Where is that for you guys going forward? And you think you'll be able to maybe add a couple races here before the end of the season?
I don't really know yet. I'm definitely working on it. I'm right now working on some proposals that would add us a few races this year. Obviously, I want to add as many as possible this year, but the main focus is next year and the years to come. Like, I want to be out here next year to run a full season. We are not planning to be out here as a part-time team next year. It's either we run full-time or I don't know what's going to happen. So I really need to put the most of my focus on making sure 2026 and beyond is a possibility for us. But obviously, when we can add races this year, it's just great for our program, because we can come out here and we can kind of perfect our art, and we can kind of try and get ready to come out there and chase a championship for the next years. So it's still very much in the works. These things takes a little time, and it's not something that we're taking lightly. Like, we're really working really hard on making this come true. But unfortunately, no big news right now. We're still very much in need of finding those partners to make this a reality.
And final question. I find it interesting. I'm intrigued what your thoughts are. You're very active on social media. You're going to these conferences and different events across, even when you're not racing. Having to doing all of that and racing the car as well. What drives you to go to all these? Because I'm sure it is kind of taxing at times.
So obviously going to all of those events and so on is kind of crucial for me to be able to put something together for the years to come. Yes, obviously it takes kind of a lot of time and sometimes energy to go to these events. Well, I will also say that I get a lot of energy from going and meeting new people and talking business. I love the business side of racing and being able to find that return on investment for our partners. So I really do like that side of it. So for me, it's not as much of a hassle to go to them, because it's actually something I really enjoy. I worked in management in many years, and being part of that side is something that I really like doing. But obviously, the biggest part of it is that I need it. Like, I'm not from here. I'm not American. We all know it. I don't have the connections that a lot of the teams out here have, where you have 20, 30 years of knowing someone from different branches or so on. I don't have that. So I really need to get out there, meet new people, kind of understand where I can make a difference for these brands, and really find out return on investment for them. So it's kind of a crucial thing. It's not just about the PR side either. I've heard a lot of people that kind of send me messages and saying, hey, don't run around and doing all these PR things. But that's just part of it. Like, the PR thing is a smaller part of it. Also, obviously, something that we do for our sponsors. But a lot of the things that happen at those events are kind of behind closed doors. Like, it's the things that I can't show on my social media. But even going, like, for the cup race here a couple of weeks or months ago, I met a lot of people that might be crucial to where we take our program for next year. So it's a lot about closing those connections and working on this as a business, because that's exactly what it is. So that's why it's so important to me.